Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jonathan Cohn, and today I have my book review of the book Darth Bane, Rule of Two by Drew Karpyshyn. This is the second book in the Darth Bane trilogy. I read the first book probably about a month or so ago, and I specifically reviewed it because we were going to be talking about it on the podcast that I do with a friend, Two Sons of Tatooine. And so these are rereads. I read these back in like 2016, so it's been a while since I've read these, and so I added them to my normal rotation. I still have other Star Wars books that are new to me that I'm reading, but I reread these because we're doing that for the podcast. And even though I do not like reading about dark side stuff, I still really respected Path of Destruction. I was really respected what Drew Karpyshyn did there. And very much in the same way, it's very impressive what he does here, but I just don't think the story is just quite as strong. It doesn't have the same hook. It doesn't have the same wow factor of seeing the Academy, of seeing just what the Sith are like, and everything that Bane does to get rid of the Sith with the thought bomb and stuff. This book does not have the same wow factor. You get to see several action sequences where you see how powerful Bane becomes in this book, but the enjoyment just wasn't as strong. Now for some good things. I loved everything with the Jedi that are in this book. I love the character of Johan, I don't know how to pronounce it. Johan, he was great. I also really enjoyed the whole sequence with Chancellor Valorum and him landing on Sereno and the attack that happens there. I really enjoyed that sequence. And I also really enjoyed the subterfuge sequence where Zannah has to go undercover, basically. I really enjoyed all that stuff. So there was a lot of the book I enjoyed. But then there was also stuff like, basically all the stuff surrounding Darth Bane himself, I just didn't particularly like, especially near the end of the book. The whole battle sequence at the end of the book just did not work for me. I was like, I'm not really following all the stuff, and I don't really, I'm just like, skip ahead. Like, this is the way, unless an action sequence just amazingly hooks me, I'm like, just skip ahead, tell me who died, who lived, that type of thing. And so and because the action sequence was, I think, fairly decently long, it was harder for me to get into it. Basically, the book is split up into two halves. The first half is set immediately after the Battle of Ruusan from the last book, and is about Bane and Zannah getting off the planet of Ruusan. And then the second half of the book is basically the whole 10 years later thing, and you're seeing the Chancellor's the attempted assassination on him and stuff like that. And as again, there were bits of the second half that I liked and bits I didn't like. I actually really enjoyed the first half of the book. All the story about like the people telling the Jedi, "Hey, there's this Sith guy. You need to hunt him down," and the Jedi being like, we don't believe you. And it's like, you're like, no, you could have changed the whole of Star Wars if you just obeyed like you were supposed to. Anyway, the book is still very enjoyable overall. It's just not as strong as the last one, in my opinion. So that's why I'm going to give it like a 7 out of 10. We're going to go full on spoilers in our podcast. By the time this video airs, we've probably already released that podcast, but we're going to go full spoilers with Two Sons of Tatooine. But for right now, I'll just generally say I gave it a 7 out of 10. It's respectable. It's really good, just not as good as the other one, I think. So if you've read Rule of Two, let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. And until next time, I'm Jonathan, and thank you for watching.